good evening, and welcome to the 43rd London Critics Circle Film Awards. Here's your host tonight, Anna Leong Brophy.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. It's a privilege to be your host this evening. This is the first in-person London Critics Film... I knew that I was going to get that wrong. London Critics Circle Film Awards since the before time. So welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah. It's really great to be in the room with you all. This is actually my first time hosting such a prestigious event. They did ask me to do the Oscars, but I said, hey, guys, that's not a joke. No, they did ask me, but I said, give Jimmy Kimmel a try. Just give him a chance, just once. No, and also I need to protect the moneymaker, so I thought this was a safer gig. Let's get that one out of the way, guys. No, I was a bit worried, because it's my first time, and I thought, oh, what if I make a faux pas? I said to the organisers, what if I say the wrong thing? What if I do the wrong thing? What if I wear the wrong thing? What do people wear to these things, They were really, really reassuring. They kept saying, it's such a relaxed event. It's so informal, really informal. So I thought, great, I'll just wear my pajamas. Yeah, and I'm so glad you all did too. Yeah, just rolling right out of bed onto the red carpet. It's great. I think it's fair to say that we're all here in this room because we grew up captivated by cinema. And some of you here have gone on to devote your life to making movie magic, to inspire generations to come, to whisking people away from their humdrum lives into a world where anything is possible, to delving into the depths of human experience, to creating a symphony of vision and sound that can reach out through a screen into a darkened auditorium and touch hearts and minds. And the rest of you have devoted your lives to picking holes in those people's creations. What a beautiful calling. So wonderful. There's just something so special about a child who watches a life-changing film and says, one day, when I grow up, if I work really hard, I'm going to meet the person who made that film, and I'm going to tell them I found their early work derivative. So beautiful. Bravo to all you critics. 5 stars to you all. Yes, give yourselves a round of applause. Wonderful. Speaking of stars, we have a very star-studded audience here tonight. I, for one, would be remiss to say, as an actor of Malaysian descent, how exciting it is to have Michelle Yeoh with us in the room this evening. Whoa! Be still my heart. What an inspiration. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Michelle, for paving the way for people like me, for everything you've done for our community. And thank you, most of all, for all the Asian mum baggage I've had to unpack since watching Everything Everywhere All at Once. Woo! It is a credit to my therapist that there is not an everything bagel on this stage right now, right here. So I will be sending you that bill. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. No, we are all here today to celebrate the cream of the crop of this year's movie making and all the people who made that happen. I think we can all agree that we've come a long way in this industry in terms of equality, representation, and diversity, even though there is a long way still to go. And, we can see some of the progress we've made reflected in this year's nominations. Everything Everywhere All at Once, bringing Asian stories to the fore. Yeah, round of applause. Yeah. To see Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, a Marvel sequel that would have been inconceivable only a few years ago. And of course, Martin McDonagh really shining a new light on what we thought of the Irish. Yeah. Turns out they keep their donkeys in the house. Who knew? Yeah, it's a fresh light. I, for one, am finding it really refreshing to see the spectacular Cate Blanchett in the house. To see Cate Blanchett in a role that finally gives a woman the opportunity to gaslight and undermine other women in a way that used to be reserved only for men, on and off the screen. So thank you, Kate. Yeah, really, that's progress, guys. Okay, well, I think I've made enough powerful enemies now to ensure I'll never work in this industry again. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming Rich Klein to the stage.
Welcome. This is really fun for us to be able to put on an in-person event after 2 years doing ceremonies from our living rooms, which wasn't very much fun. We're really glad to have you all with us, and everyone's looking great. So 2 years, of invisibility looks well on you. My job here is to welcome you and to say thank you to our sponsors. So I want to say thanks to our main sponsor, which is the Mayfair Hotel. This has been our venue for, I think, 13 years now, and obviously the last 2 weren't in person, although we did record last year's ceremony here as a virtual ceremony. But they've just been amazing, and they've been really good hosts for us, and we love working with them. A new award sponsor this year is the House of Cocoa, and they are also hosting an after party. So after the party that's here at the Mayfair, there's an even later one at Cocoa, and there's a red envelope on all of your chairs that gives you information about that. I think you all had it in advance as well. Other award sponsors are Met Film and Nyman Libson Paul. So we'll be hearing from them along the way. And then we have our in-kind sponsors. So Wild Idol is the sparkling non-alcoholic wine that you would have had down in the downstairs if you didn't want to get drunk before this. And it's really delicious, so try it at the after party if you get a chance, if you haven't already. Gathertop Drinks Company is making vodka cocktails at the after party. Black Crown Gin is supplying gin for the after party. This is an African gin created by a black woman and founded by a black woman, so well done. Wahuti Group printed all of our banners, the program, and this sign, and they've done all of that for us. Excel Executive provided cars that delivered us here to the hotel, and JWP Live is filming this and live streaming it on our YouTube channel, and it will be there afterwards if you want to revisit it and relive the glory days. So tonight, these are our 10 films of the year. These are the films that are up for Film of the Year, and we are film critics. We watch movies all the time. Most of us see 400 to 500 films a year. It's a lot. That's our job. It's not a terrible job. The actual work is writing about them, and that's the only bit that we ever get paid for if we're lucky, because we don't always get paid for that. But these are just the 10 that rose to the top of the nominations. There are lots of other nominees. These films are all nominated, and so are these. All of these films are nominated for major awards tonight. But there are a lot more films that were named on the ballots. Look around there, every single one of those films was named by a critic as one of their favorites of the year. So some of those will make you think. Anyway, let's get on with the first award, and I get to present that. It's for Young British-Irish Performer of the Year. And the nominees are Keela Lord Cassidy for The Wonder, These are seriously talented young actors, and we are really pleased to have them in this category. And it was a difficult one to vote in. It was one of our most difficult categories to vote in. Catherine Clinch in The Quiet Girl. Frankie Corio in After Sun. Bella Ramsey in Catherine Called Birdie. And Alicia Weir from Roald Dahl's Matilda, the musical. And the award goes to Frankie Corio.
Wow, okay. I'm very honored for this award. Thank you so much. I'm not going to speak for long, but I have some people I'd like to thank. Charlotte Wells, Paul Mescal, Amy Jackson, Lucy Pardee, my mum, my dad, and all my family, and everyone who has worked on the set or just worked on anything that had anything to do with it. And I'm sorry if I forgot anyone, but thank you.
Amazing. Let's see where we're at. Okay. Up next to present the Philip French Award for Breakthrough British Irish Filmmaker is film critic Julia Wagner and Johnny Percy of Met Film.
Good evening. I'm delighted to be here with Johnny Percy, director of Met Film, who is kindly sponsoring the Philip French Award for the Breakthrough British or Irish Filmmaker. And the nominees are Katie Brand for Good Luck to You, Leo Grant. Colin Barade for On Colin Cewan, The Quiet Girl. Frances O'Connor, Emily. Georgia Oakley, Blue Jean. And Charlotte Wells for After Sun.
And the winner is Charlotte Wells.
This isn't Charlotte Wells. We're delighted to have Paul Mescal here to accept the award on Charlotte's behalf.
Sorry for my voice. It's a bit messed up. But Charlotte gave me a speech to read that I haven't seen yet, so I'm just going to do that. Okay. There we go. Charlie made me promise not to read this before delivering it, so here we go. I'm reading word for word. It even says I'm reading word for word. I'll resist the temptation of trapping Paul in an infinite loop here. That is Charlie, recently heard Kerry Condon accept an award on behalf of Martin McDonagh. It was the award speech by proxy of all award speeches. So here I send the only Irish actor I could find in my stead to be more charming than I know I could be if I were in person, which I very much wish I was. I'm grateful to have the chance to convey my thanks tonight, not just for the great honour of being recognised as this year's breakthrough filmmaker for After Sun, but also for recognising the first short film I ever made with a nomination back in 2016, in spite of a fairly low profile on the festival circuit. That was a much felt vote of confidence at the time, as this is now. Although this award is in my name, the film is not mine alone. After Sun is the product of a great many people's talents, none less so than the prodigiously gifted Frankie Corio and Academy Award nominee Paul Mescal. I assume Paul is squirming now, but I hope you won't let him, because both of these actors' talents and generosity, trust, and occasional roasting were the greatest of gifts, as they both very much deserve all that comes their way. Please bring Paul a drink now. Thank you. I hope it's a wonderful night. Thanks. Should I? Okay, great. Thanks very much. Thank you.
Okay. Here now to present British or Irish Actor of the Year, Ashanti Omkar of BBC Sounds.
Thank you, thank you. How exciting to be back on the podium. Well, this is quite the list, actually. We have Harris Dickinson, who has done some amazing work, as you can see. The fantastic, as always, Colin Farrell. Now I have to pronounce this one right, Ralph Fiennes, who dazzled us in so many films, including The Menu. And Paul Mescal, not Mescal, as many people pronounce it, is here in the audience. And one of my personal favorites, Bill Nighy, who's also here in the audience. Oh, gosh, I said that very quickly because it is Bill Nighy who's won. Fabulous. Oh, thank you, my darling.
Good evening and thank you. And who knew? And it occurred to me that this film is a bit like observing your own funeral, and it's going quite well. People call me and they say, I cried, and I think, good. That's good. And I've done a bit of dying lately, and I think I'll do a lot more. At least it will stop. Quite a few people come up to me in the street because I walk everywhere, and they say, do you still do any, do you do a bit? And so maybe it will stop them saying, I think I've got the only job where people assume you've stopped just because they haven't watched you working. Do you know what I mean? I was handed this film on a plate by Kazuo Ishiguro, whose idea it was, and I'd like to thank him, and Stephen Woolley and Elizabeth Carlson, the great producers, and I must have been very good in a previous life or something. And I would like to thank them with all my heart, and I'd like to thank Oliver Hermanus for directing me what I think is impeccably and the film brilliantly, and I think that's about the size of it. Thank you very much indeed.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
He's off. No, that's fine. The cat's out of the bag. To present the British or Irish Short Film of the Year, here is Andy Lee of the Daily Mirror.
Hello. Sorry, I got a bit overexcited about Bill Nighy winning that last one. So, yes, it's British or Irish short film of the year, and the nominees are A Fox in the Night. Groom. Honesty. A Letter to Black Men. And Scale. And the winner is A Fox in the Night, directed by Kieran Anwar Blessing. You go.
God, I'm so nervous. I'll keep it brief. Thank you so much to the Critic Circle. This is such an incredible honor to be recognized in a room with such prolific filmmakers. I would be remiss not to say that this film was made with some phenomenal collaborators, some of whom have to be named, so I'll let Ben take over for that.
I'm taking over just in case they're forgotten, but it's brave to let that be my burden to take. We have Frank Tobey, we have Harry Bradley, Corey Ryan, Samira Oberberg, who, without her camera work, the film would be a completely different piece of work. Felix on sound, and Jamie in the edit really made this film what it was, so thank you to them.
Thank you.
Okay, here to present the British or Irish Actress of the Year, here is Tim Roby from The Telegraph.
Hello. I'm a bit nervous too. I'm slightly in awe of this event. Rich and all of his team have gone to such lengths to put this together. It's really difficult. They spend a lot of time doing it, and they do not get paid. So well done. This is stellar talent. I mean, well done. Right, now to Best British or Irish Actress of the Year for their body of work. First up, Jessie Buckley. This is a powerhouse category again, I have to say. Olivia Colman. Florence Pugh. Emma Thompson, whoever she is. And finally, Letitia Wright. And the winner is Florence Pugh.
I'm here for this one. Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. Wow. I love this event so much. At the beginning of my career, I was lucky enough to be invited a few times, and me and my brother came so happy to be in this room full of all of these people. And the 1 year I couldn't come and I couldn't make it, I bloody won. And so this year I decided to come dressed as a Tabasco bottle, wearing a Puss in Boots hat, just in case. Very subtle. Thank you so much. We're so proud of The Wonder, and we're so proud of how far it's gone, and all the people that made it have just been really, truly so grateful to the unique crowd that have been watching it and supporting it. Sebastian isn't here. Thank you, Sebastian, if you're ever going to watch the YouTube at some point. We are all so grateful for what you did for us, what you gave us, the film you allowed us to perform in and be a part of and to be a family of. So thank you to him, Keela, Elaine, family over there. Thank you so much. And Tom, Harry's Tom. There you go. I also just want to say a very wonderful thank you to the Critics Circle. I felt so supported and encouraged by all of you for the beginning of my career. And these events that happened tonight that we came to all those years ago was something that I felt so proud of being in and so proud of sitting in this room. And I also just want to say thank you for supporting me and thank you for being my biggest supporters. I really appreciate it. And I'm so happy that I got this award. Thank you. Cheers. Oh, yeah, ta-da!
Okay. You get an extra round of applause. You can die happy now. So the last of our special British or Irish categories is the Attenborough Award, which will be presented by Matthew Turner, host of the Fatal Attractions podcast. Oh, there you are.
Hello. It's my great honour to present the Attenborough Award for the British Irish Film of the Year. The nominees are Aftersun, The Banshees of Inisherin, Living, The Quiet Girl, and The Wonder. And the award for Best British Irish Film of the Year goes to The Banshees of Inisherin. Thank you. Well done.
Thank you, everyone. It's lovely to win something in one's hometown, so thanks so much to the London Critics Circle for that. It's been a crazy few weeks, and we've been really touched by how many people have connected with a film that's probably not the most upbeat film that came out this year, but the scenery is nice. Thank you to the amazing Colin Farrell, Brendan Gleeson, Kerry Condon, and Barry Keoghan. And thanks to my producer, Graham Broadbent. This is our fourth film together since In Bruges, and each one's been a joy. So thanks to him, and thanks to the Critics Circle again. Thank you.
Moving now into our international categories, here to present Supporting Actress is Jo Berry, editor of Movies for Kids.
Hi, good evening, everybody. Right, I'm hoping if I put my glasses on that I will then will be able to pronounce everybody's name properly. Okay, it's my great pleasure to announce nominees for Supporting Actress of the Year. Hong Chow for The Whale. Kerry Condon for The Banshees of Inisherin. Dolly De Leon for Triangle of Sadness. Nina Hoss for Tar. And Guzlaji Malanda for Saint Omer. And the winner is Kerry Condon for The Banshees of Inisherin. Kerry, I get to hold on to this for her because Kerry, unfortunately, is unable to be with us tonight, but she has sent a video message.
Thank you so much to the London Film Critics Circle for this award. I'm really sorry I can't be there, and I hate to send out a video, but I have to be here in America for work, so I hope you understand. Thanks a million for recognising the film. and for recognising my performance. And I want to thank a lot of people who helped me at the beginning of my career, Alan Parker and Nina Gold, and of course Martin McDonough. Thanks so much, Martin, for writing this part for me and for writing this script from such a vulnerable place. And thank my co-stars, all the actors in the film, the brilliant crew, because where would we be without the crews? So thank you very much. I'm really, really grateful.
Here to present the Technical Achievement Award is Jeremy Clark of jeremycprocessing.com.
This is a bit of an unusual category because I think we have twice as many nominees as any of the others. And there's a sense in which, in this category, really everyone is a winner because the committee sits down, goes through heaps and heaps and heaps of films and comes up with a short list, and then the members vote on it. But when you've got cinematography against sound design against stunts, you know, it's strange. So anyway, having said that, the winner of the Technical Achievement Award, the nominees are Athena, Matthias Buchard, for cinematography. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Ruth E. Carter for costumes. Blonde, Leslie Schatz for sound design. Decision to Leave, Kim Ji-young. Kim Ji-young for cinematography. Elvis, Catherine Martin for costumes. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Paul Rogers for film editing. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Brian Leif Hansen for animation. RRR, Nick Powell for stunts. Tar, Stephen Griffiths for sound design. Stephen Griffiths for sound design. And The Wonder, Nina Gold for casting. And the winner is Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Lovely. For animation.
Hello everyone, I'm not Guillermo. I'm Gregory, and if you don't recognize me as the voice of Pinocchio, that's because in the time it took to make this incredible film, I've grown from a real boy into a real man. I was 10 when we first put down my voice. I'm 13 now, before any of the real magic happened, the Guillermo magic that has led to this award. There were 1,000 days of set building, puppet making, tweaking, and then shooting, with the most talented team of animators and crew. Working with Guillermo was a wonderful experience for me. There's a bit of an age gap, but Guillermo, Mark, and I have become quite good friends. I was out for dinner with them last week when they asked me to stand in for them and represent the Pinocchio family. And I said I'd do it on one condition, that if we won, I get to keep this. A quick big thank you to everyone who's made this possible and that's helped make Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio the masterpiece it is. To all of you, the London Critics' Choice, Alex and Corey at Shadow Machine, Ted and everyone at Netflix, Lisa Henson, Gary, and especially to Guillermo del Toro and Mark Gustafson for giving me the role of a lifetime. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy your night.
All right. Yes. Oh, then I will step away.
Hi, this is Guillermo del Toro, and I want to thank the London Film Critics Circle for recognizing our film, Pinocchio, with the award for technical achievement in animation. I want to also thank Netflix for always believing in us, and Gregory Mann, who's there for grabbing this beautiful prize for us, all of us. Hundreds of people worked on this movie for almost 1,000 days because we believe in stop motion and we believe in animation as an art form, as a medium that can tell powerful stories and not just be confined to kids' genre. And you saw what we did and recognized it, and we thank you.
I almost trod on Guillermo del Toro's toes. Oh my God. Okay, we're almost halfway there. Here to present supporting actor is Karen Krizanovich, Secretary of the London Critics Circle.
So let's get animated for the Supporting Actor of the Year. The nominees are Tom Burke for The Wonder, Brendan Gleeson, The Banshees of Inisherin, Brian Tyree Henry for Causeway, Barry Keoghan for The Banshees of Inisherin, and Ki Hui Kwan for Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. And the winner is Barry Keoghan for The Banshees of Inisherin. Barry was supposed to be here this evening, but instead, Martin McDonough will accept his award.
Barry is really sorry he couldn't be here tonight. He would have loved to come. I'm sure he thanks you wholeheartedly for this. He's a brilliant actor. He's a proper movie star, in my opinion. He's properly ambitious, too. The first time I met him, he showed me his list of the top 50 directors he wanted to work with. And I came in at number 48. But it still worked out kind of okay between us. Thanks on his behalf, and thanks to London Critics.
Okay, now it's time for Documentary of the Year. And here to present it is Linda Marek of the Jewish Chronicle.
Wow, what crowd. Sorry. Glasses so I can see what I'm doing. The nominees are All That Breathes, All the Beauty and the Bloodshed, Fire of Love, Kurt Vonnegut, Unstuck in Time, and Munid Daydream. The winner is All the Beauty and All the Bloodshed. Unfortunately, filmmaker Laura Protras is not able to be here with us tonight, but she has sent a video.
Hi, good evening. I so wish I could be with you there tonight and not in this generic hotel room that I'm currently sitting in. Let me begin with a heartfelt thanks to the London Film Critics Circle. This is indeed a great honor, especially to be honored alongside such extraordinary films. My fellow nominees are expanding what documentary is capable of doing, and I am so proud to work alongside them. I share this with Nan Goldin and with Payne. This film would not be possible without them and without the work of so many courageous artists who rejected silence. Nan asked me to send a message and a special thanks to London. So it was the National Portrait Gallery that was the first institution to reject Sackler money. And then it was then followed by the Tate. So it was two London-based organizations that led the way. So without their bold leadership, the impact of Payne would not have been the same. So we thank you and we wish you a good night.
I should be giving this to either Laura or someone from the film. Thank you.
Next up is Actress of the Year, presented by Robbie Collin of The Telegraph with Anthony Pins of Nyman Libson Paul.
Shall I do these? You do the winner?
As you wish.
Okay. Actress of the Year, sponsored by Nyman Libson Paul. The nominees are Cate Blanchett, Tar. I should have done that before I started. That's better. Ana de Armas, Blonde. Vicky Krieps, Corsage. Florence Pugh, The Wonder. And Michelle Yeoh, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
And the winner is Cate Blanchett for Tar.
Thank you very much. Okay. Oh, that's really lovely. Thank you so much. This means an extraordinary amount, particularly in a year of exceptional performances, spectacular performances by women, you know, with female experiences that drive and shape the narratives that they're within. And so I want to thank the critics, obviously, thank you. But I want to thank you specifically because Tar is about female experience, but it's also beyond female experience. It's really, really complicated, and you've made room for that complication. And personally, it was the most freewheeling, free form, free flowing, exhilarating, challenging, and creatively dangerous film set that I've ever been on. And it was full of ambiguity and the stuff that we as a species, I think, find so hard to unpack and discuss and pin down. Not only the stuff inside the systems that we work within, but inside ourselves. And so Todd and I, whilst we were laughing and crying our way through the process of making the film with the most engaged set of collaborators, and it's wonderful that the exquisite sound design was recognised tonight, because the film would be far poorer without it. And it's so particular to the film's atmosphere. Todd and I would say to each other, sort of on a daily, if not hourly basis, how the fuck are we going to talk about this thing that we're making? You know, in order to keep the raw process that we were experiencing and the dangerous atmosphere and the often conflicting threads that were inside the film, that we're in the process of making it, how are we going to keep that alive for audiences so that they could relate to it and discuss it and own it, and not try and too quickly pin it down? And that is what I really want to thank the Critics Circle for, not just for this lovely paperweight, which will be on my desk. I'll show my children, they won't care, but I'll show them anyway. But for keeping that complication alive, and for responding variously and passionately, positively, negatively, but also for allowing audiences the space to wrestle with the film themselves beyond the obvious. And you've given them the space to laugh. And I mean, we are a spectacular and miraculous and magnificent species, but we are so utterly absurd. And Tar is actually chock-a-block with that absurdity. So thank you for guiding an audience to seeing that that is also texture inside the film. And that conversation personally has been very, very gratifying for Todd and I. Thanks to Focus and Universal for being such brave partners to even make this film in the first place. And thank you, Todd, for inviting me on this glorious ride. I know it will never happen again, so in a way this moment is incredibly bittersweet. So thank you so much.
Wow. Okay, oh, you're ready. Oh, gosh. Okay, up next is Screenwriter of the Year, presented by film critic Jason Best.
It's a hard act to follow. So the nominees for Screenwriter of the Year: Todd Field for Tar, Daniel Kwan, Daniel Scheinert, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, Martin McDonagh, The Banshees of Inisherin, Steven Spielberg and Tony Kushner, The Fabelmans, and Charlotte Wells for Aftersun. And the winner is Martin McDonagh for The Banshees of Inisherin.
Thank you. I feel like I'm up here too many times. Thanks again to the London Critics Circle, and thanks to my fellow nominees for, I think it's been a brilliant year for film, so thanks to my fellow writers in this category. Part of the fun of all this, I think, is to getting to know and hang out with one's fellow nominees, to get to know Todd a little bit and the Daniels. So it's something that I never thought would happen when I was sort of jealous of all these people coming up here. But that's been part of the lovely experience of this, so thanks for that.
The pile is getting smaller. Okay, Now here to present Director of the Year, here's Ammon Warman, contributing editor and columnist for Empire. Where you are? Oh.
Hello, honored to present this award for Best Director of the Year. The nominees are Todd Field for Tar, Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Martin McDonough, The Banshees of Inisherin, Park Chan-wook, Decision to Leave, and Charlotte Wells for Aftersun. And the winner is Todd Field for Tar.
You know, it's really hard being an American because everybody else is really witty and brisk, you know, and I obviously feel rather leaden. I'll try to keep my remarks brief. Thank you, first and foremost, to the London Film Critics Circle. This is my first time here, and I think you guys do this right. The Americans go very slow through their awards, and this is nice. It's a nice feeling in the room. So I'm going to abandon what I have in my pocket here. I'll spare you. You know, as Martin said, you know, one of the things that's nice about this point in the season is that we get to meet each other. We get to talk to each other a little bit. It's a sort of weird otherness for all of us, you know, in the room. We run into each other. I ran into Michelle outside an elevator bank in New York. We run into each other everywhere. There's this kind of American sort of blood sport out there, you know, and this feels like a very safe, nice place. You know, I mean, Best Director, it's very, very nice, and I really appreciate the honor, but any of the filmmakers tonight and outside of here could be standing up here, Martin, Daniels, Charlotte, anyone. You know, it's like, what is directing, you know? And all the old saws of 90% of it is hiring well, hiring people smarter than you, hiring people that can make this thing that you are desperate to make better, you know. Stephen Griffiths, as Kate's called out, is here tonight. The sound crew is just incredible. You know, more than half of the technical parts of this film really are based on sound. And of course, 99%, if the math works out that way, is really, you know, is casting. And in this case, I was incredibly lucky with all of the players. But first and foremost, you know, Kate, which is, we won't get to do this again. And I'm so grateful that we did. And I'm so grateful that you brought everything. And if you've seen the film, you know what it must cost a human being to do what Kate did. And it cost she and her family a great, great deal. And I'm very, very grateful for that. And so I share this award with you. Thank you.
Okay. It's time for Actor of the Year, presented by Jane Crowther, Editor-in-Chief of Total Film and Vice Chair of the London Critics Circle, along with Edwin de la Renta, Film and Artistic Programming Manager for the House of Cocoa.
So we're here to do Actor of the Year. I'll read them out. You can say who won.
Sure.
Okay, so nominees are Austin Butler for Elvis. Colin Farrell for The Banshees of Inisherin. Brendan Fraser for The Whale. Paul Mescal for Aftersun. And Bill Nighy for Living.
Dun, 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 dun. And the winner is Colin Farrell, who is unable to be with us tonight, so he sent a video message.
Hello, London from Los Angeles. I just wanted to take a second and say thank you so much for this mention, this award from the London Critics Circle. Thanks, guys. Thanks for keeping the torch lit for the Banshees. And we had an extraordinary time making this film. But from the humble origins of it, off the west coast of Ireland last summer, I don't think any of us expected. I certainly didn't. Maybe Martin did a little bit because he knows how brilliant he is, which I forgive him for because he's so extraordinary. But we didn't expect the film to go out into the world and find the kind of audience and have the reaction that it's had. So it's, you know, I'm getting texts from everyone at home in Ireland, people who were part of the crew, people who were part of the cast, friends, family. Everyone's just getting such a thrill out of what's happening around the film, and that's really cool to be a part of. I'd like to thank Searchlight and Disney and Film 4, and particularly our boots on the ground producers, Graham Broadbent and Peter Chernin from Blueprint. And who else? Brendan, Kerry, Barry, Gary, Sheila Flitton, who played our Banshee, and everyone that was part of the film. I've received this award with gratitude on their behalf as a representation of kind of the, as I say, the communal, familial happening that took place last summer. It was just, it really was the most magical time. So, you know, the cake was mixed, it was baked, and it was eaten with relish. And for this now all to be going on is the icing on it. You know, it's just such a welcome surprise. Who else? I thanked the donkey and the horse and the border collie enough already, so I leave them out of this one. And just say I wish I could be there with you all, and I hope you have a great evening. And again, once more, thank you, London Critics Circle, for this mention. It really means a lot. Thanks a million.
The donkey was the real winner there. Okay, now here's Rita DeSanto, Vice President of the International Federation of Film Critics, presenting Foreign Language Film of the Year.
Good evening. Yeah, we are with my favorite category. So for Foreign Language Film of the Year, the nominees are Decision to Live, A.O., The Quiet Girl, RRR, and Saint-Omer. Well, the winner is, wow, it's a tie. We have two titles. The winner are The Quiet Girl and Decision to Live. And I know that Coleman Parade is in the room. Coleman Parade is on the room, and could you please come on the stage and collect the award? The Quiet Girl.
Gur míle míle mágaí the seo Anna seo rud Anna specialty doing. Thank you so much. This is a very special moment for us. This film wouldn't exist if it wasn't for two miracles. The first miracle was Claire Keegan, the wonderful Irish author, affording us the opportunity to adapt her work as first-time feature filmmakers. And the second miracle was right here, Catherine Clinch. And I would just like to, I know Park isn't here to accept the award as well, but just to say congratulations to Decision to Leave. It's one of my favorite films of the year. And just introduce the third miracle, which is the producer of The Quiet Girl, who's also my wife.
Yeah, thank you very much for this special award. We're very honoured to be here alongside the 4 other incredible films. And we just want to say a special thank you to the UK audiences who opened their hearts to our Quiet film and just told people about it, who then told other people about it, and kind of snowballed from then on. But just also thanks to our funders, Screen Ireland, TG4, the Irish language broadcaster, the Broadcasting Authority of Ireland, who had this vision some years ago to create a new wave of Irish language cinema. We're also thankful to our UK and Irish distributors, Curzon and Breakout Pictures. And finally, just to say, it's just been an enormous privilege to have been part of this film and just to be part of our extraordinary journey. So thank you very much. Gur míle mágah.
And Park Hon-Chu couldn't be here, so we have a video from him.
안녕하세요. 런던 비평가 협회에서 주시는 외국어 영화상 감사히 받겠습니다. 저는 지금 로스앤젤레스에서 작품을 촬영 중이라서 못 가게 됐습니다. 죄송합니다. 세계에서 제일 안목이 좋고 까다로운 런던 평론가분들께 인정을 받게 되어서 정말 뿌듯한 기분입니다. 감사합니다.
I just imagine that the hallways of all LA hotels are just absolutely chock-a-block with people filming at the moment. Okay, here to present Film of the Year is Anna Smith of the BBC, host of the Girls on Film podcast.
Thank you, Anna. Hello, everyone. Well, Film of the Year, a biggie. Pretty excited about this one myself. Let's go through the nominees. First one is After Sun. All the Beauty and the Bloodshed. The Banshees of Inisherin. Decision to Leave. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. The Fabelmans. Living. Saint-Omer. Tar. And Top Gun Maverick. Well, exciting stuff. Let's have a look. Ooh, the winner of Film of the Year is Tar. Please welcome Todd and Kate.
I'm just up here in an attempt to look pretty. I'm not you. Todd?
Oh, man.
I did a lot of talking in this movie. Thank you.
I know, I kept yelling at the screen saying, who wrote all this? Man, you know, I just,
Is that the long speech?
I don't know. Let me just try to condense. Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
No. Thank you very much.
There's time for that. There's free drinks.
You see how difficult it was.
Okay, and here our top award is back after a 2-year break. To present this year's honoree for the Dilys Powell Award, here's Danny Boyle.
Hello, everyone. You're obviously all having a very good time. I wanted to slow things down a little bit, American style perhaps, and give you all a break from all the clapping. I wanted to talk a bit about the gravitational pull of planets, and I have a paper about that. I was lucky enough to make a film with tonight's recipient of the Dilys Powell Award, Sunshine, about a crew travelling on a mission to revive our dying sun. Everything, everywhere on the film went very well until we had a screening in LA for the studio head. 2/3 into this gripping film, there was a touching death scene for tonight's said recipient, at which point the head of the studio stormed out of the screening room, returning a few minutes later, stony-faced for the rest of the film. Afterwards, I asked him what was wrong, and you'll have to imagine the loud Texan accent, I'm afraid. He said, Rotten Tomatoes, have just voted her the greatest action heroine of all time, and you kill her off at the end of the second act without even a fight, we're fucked. Anyway, the film didn't do very well in the States, though it has had a bit of an afterlife. And if you haven't seen it, or you want to reconsider your verdict of it, hopefully an upgrade, there's a special IMAX screening of it on March 11th at the Science Museum, which brings me back to the gravitational pull of planets. Great actors have it too. No matter what the trajectory required, no matter what the slingshot, and her latest film visits in milliseconds many universes, you always feel rooted somehow, with a feeling of belonging to each other, of our common humanity surviving and pulling us together. And nowhere does she do that better than in her extraordinary performance in Everything Everywhere All at Once. A title for our times, a performance for the ages from a star forged long ago who has dazzled us throughout her career, from Jackie Chan to Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, from Crazy Rich Asians to Memoirs of a Geisha, from Aung San Suu Kyi to James Cameron. She has dazzled us and is finally receiving her due recognition. Gathered and honourable guests, please put your hands together for one final time for tonight's recipient of the Dilys Powell Award for utter brilliance and gravity-defying and gravity-confirming excellence in the cinema, Michelle Yeoh.
All right.
Well done, Will. I'm so pleased for you. Well done. Well done, well done, well done, well done. Love you.
Oh my God! Oh, wow. Oh. Thank you.
Well, Kate and Todd, you're a hard act to follow. But, oh, Danny Boyle, you will always be the sunshine of my life. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Critics Film Circle. Thank you, all of you, for such a warm, loving welcome. Thank you. When I learned I was being honored with the Dilys Power Award for Excellence in Film, I was humbled, overwhelmed, very flattered, because she was a pioneer at her time when only men were film critics. She was a champion of cultural change, artistic evolution, and funding for the arts. And she wasn't merely the first, she was the best. Her writing was sharp and fresh and pulled no punches. I have great respect for people like Mrs. Powell, who trailblazed a path for all women in film. And I am immensely grateful to be standing on this stage tonight. As you might imagine, that sort of fearlessness resonates with me deeply and with my experience over the past 40 years. I am very proud to have been part of the gradual but undeniable sea change that has occurred over these past decades in movies, as studios and filmmakers have widened their frame to include stories of all races, cultures, languages, and genders. The history of film has always been a movement toward a greater reflection of our reality and our dreams. From silent films to black and white talkies to Technicolor 3D, the world is so full of color. Our films should be too. The great ones like Dilys Powell understand this need for change and are never scared of it. They embrace it. One of the revolutionary filmmakers, standing right here, when Danny and I met for Sunshine, he simply tweaked the script and ended up with having an amazing and diverse cast at a time when diversity wasn't a priority. So thank you for that. And then speaking of fierceness and fearlessness, along came the amazing Daniels, the writers and directors of Everything Everywhere All at Once. When I first got that script, I mean, forget about being Asian. For any woman nearing 60, the number of candles on the birthday cake goes up, but the number of great roles you're offered definitely goes down. Which is why the role of Evelyn Wong was such a profound and rare gift. Evelyn Wong was the most challenging, most unique, tough as hell, a sweet, sour, and universal character I've ever had the privilege of playing. She was an everyday superhero, the kind you walk by all the time without even noticing. A woman attempting to bridge the traditions of her father's generation with the defiance of her daughter's generation, all while dealing with bills, pending divorce, the IRS, and her own sense of disappointment and lost dreams. I saw in her a hero's journey that so many women, wives, mothers, daughters go through. But what I had most in common with her is that she never gave up, not on love, not on kindness, and most of all, never on family. But I didn't do it alone. I couldn't have done it alone. I had the vision and the talent and the belief of the talented Daniels, the most incredible superstar cast of Ki Hui Kwan, sitting right there. There would have been no Evelyn without Raymond. Stephanie Hsu, there would have been no Joy in our lives. And of course, the amazing Jamie Lee Curtis, my hot dog lover. With the unwavering support of our producer, Jonathan Wong, the trust of A24, Leyline, and the Russo brothers, who believed in us and kept our film and ensured that it only saw all of you in the cinemas. And there is one last piece I should mention here that we do not take for granted, and that is the film critics. You were our first audience, our first champions, and in many ways, our first connections to the wider world. You are the gatekeepers. The saying goes, the greatest gift you can give someone is the purity of your attention. I think that is truer today than it's ever been. The world we live in is so full of distraction and noise. It can be impossible to just stop and notice something small and beautiful. But that's exactly what you did. So on behalf of the entire Everything Everywhere All at Once family, I cannot thank you enough for the gift of your attention and the light you have shined upon us. Thank you as well to every single person who has helped make a night like this possible, from the first PA on the set in the morning to the audience members still discovering our movie today. Thank you so much for this honor and an unforgettable night. Thank you.
Okay, now I can die happy. Okay, guys, take all the time you need. Taking a moment that's been a long time coming. Yeah. Okay, guys, that's it. We did it. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and thank you, congratulations to all the winners. Congratulations to everyone who was nominated and really held their shit together when the other people got up. That was really well done. There's not much more else to say, apart from we hope you'll all join us at the after party, which I think we're all going round to Danny Boyle's. I think that's the plan. Yeah, cool. Thanks, Danny. And I'll just hand it back to our chair, Rich Klein.
Well, all that's left for me to do really is to thank you all for coming along, to thank our sponsors again. Got to thank them. They have made this all happen. And so please, all of their handles are in the program, so just send them a little Instagram love. Now, here's a bit of instruction. Everyone stay in your seat, and all the winners can get up and can head out first, because there's a winner's photo line down there. So we want to get them all down there first. And so you can all get going. And thank you. And I'm going to put that one back up. I looked up there earlier, and